Captain's log, star date.
We can't see you.
3:41 a.m. We're going to.
There you are.
We're going to Santa Barbara to pick up a sheet metal shear at a bargain price, which basically means it's not in very good shape. Guy wants like a couple $100 for it, and it has a quote-unquote cracked casting. So it's going to be pretty severe. It's probably not worth the 6.5 hour one-way drive, but whatever. We got the dog, we got the girlfriend. Good to go. We'll see you when we're
Oh, there's the dog.
there.
Ah! There it is. And there he is, the coolest man in the world.
Finally. About time I got one of those.
Second coolest. Face is amazing. It's a wonderland of awesome, ridiculous stuff. Art and machines and junk and...
Easy.
It's Sunday
We're gonna
morning.
get one of those.
Honey. This thing, and this thing, and this thing, and curly stairs everywhere. There's spiral staircases everywhere. My favorite. Oh shoot! Let's go get back to the action.
If you can lift it high enough, I can back under it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we gotta figure out how to tie it on.
Sling's nice, huh?
The shop.
What? The sling's nice.
Well,
I was still recording. I missed it. Stacking. There it is.
Made it. We got 200 miles or something to go unloaded in the morning. Good job, everybody.
Good job.
Good job, Kishani Bear. Good job, buddy. If it looks like it's gonna snap, just throw the camera away. Actually, no, keep it rolling.
Okay, good. Cameraman never puts the camera down. Alright. Take one. Moving this fucker in the garage.
Alright, I got it all pulled down. Man, that was a lot of work. I had to use the crane and everything. This thing, it's gotta be 1,200 pounds or something. But so I have to get the backboard piece or shear piece off. This is the damaged part. You can see there's a crack, and someone had tried to repair it on this side and did a pretty bad job of just putting a brace on there, and it didn't really work for some reason, for obvious reasons. So I'm gonna try and take this to a shop and see if I can get someone to do it. I don't really think I'd have any luck welding this because it's cast, so it's such a big piece. For cents on the dollar, it's definitely worth the trip to get it, and hopefully I can get this thing working because it's a beast, that's for sure. What's up, guys? It's Saturday. I'm trying to finish up the engine stand. Just got all this cut. This is going to be the radiator support I think I spoke to you about. Made it a little overbuilt
just Chevaholic style, but no railway girders in this. But the idea is then I can also use it as a push handle. So I'm going to have some sliding mounts, 2 sliding mounts either side, so they can tighten down on a radiator. So I just cut them before, and then going to have an angled panel, so I'm working on the panel now here. And now I'm going to cut out some sheet metal, and got some cheap gauges and some switches from Summit. These things are like 20 bucks a piece. Perfect. Tack water, oil, and yeah, we'll get this cut out and then try and mount it all up. Cheers. Alright, so I got my priming tool. This is one I got from Butler, and we're going to try and, had to go get a drill because I didn't have a 1/2 inch chuck. So we're going to try and prime this thing and see if we can get oil pressure. Got a mechanical gauge hooked up, a new oil filter in, put 6 quarts of 1040 Joe Gibbs break-in oil. And so the only gauge obviously hooked up right now is the pressure gauge, but for the 40 thou oil galley hole that are drilled in there, we'll see if we can actually see any oil come through there. Gear. Oh, there we go. Oh, you can hear the lifters prime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, that's working.
Yeah, getting in there, squirting.
Yeah, it's definitely working. Oh yeah, it's starting to come up here.
And about 65.
Got all the rockers readjusted again, just to make sure. It seems to be getting oil to every one of the lifters, every one of the rockers out of the push rod. And this new drill is about to kick the bucket. The thing came up to pressure really quick, but it still, this drill's just got no life in it. It's making some weird smells, but for the most part, we seem to have good oil pressure as well. Killing the drill. Smoking. Oh, I think we got it. And the oil galley hole works too.
Yeah.
You can see it's spitting out there, so that's why the drill's so wet. Cool beans. So to paint the engine stand, putting a coat of high caution green on it. Shadows in there. So we got the shear back from the welding place. They fixed all this. There's no way I could have done it with a little 110 MIG. So I use a big stick welder and some nickel rod, and I think that's going to be pretty good. I doubt I'll ever be cutting something the full length of this. So it's all squared up. So we're going to try and lift this thing. This is the heaviest thing. What do you reckon it weighs?
Probably about 350, 400 pounds.
Yeah, it's got to be. Because this was the old one of these threaded rods, which was probably what caused that thing to crack off. Is what was that guy? As the guy said, with the only reason you break it is someone's short on ass or short on ambition. Right. And they use a forklift to run the stomp. So that guy was bent. And so I got a piece of oil thread from the hardware store. So I'm going to cut this to fit the same length to hold the springs. And then we're going to try and get this thing back assembled. Here's hoping, I guess, to wrap this up for the weekend. I didn't get everything done I wanted to, but I thought I'd just do this so I can upload this video, and then I'll just get on with the next one after this. Thought I'd make it nice and bright, because then at least, you know, it'll be easy to find. I can't remember if I fully did a video of the little dash panel I did, just some cheap Summit gauges. 20 bucks a piece, can't go wrong. I think the tack was like 27 or something like that. That's all set up, and I've just got to do a tray down here. I'm going to do maybe a little clip-on tray, or one that slides in here, I think, in each there, have some ears and slide in with some expanded metal like this, and then I'll be able to put a fuel cell and a battery there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so that'll be it. So I need a radiator, a cob, an ignition, or just a distributor in that case, and a fuel pump, and it's ready. Update on the shear. It's back together, sort of. This thing is just so heavy. I've never dealt with something that's so heavy. The whole thing's, I was thinking at first it'd be 1,000. I think the thing's more like 1,500 plus total. Like, this deck is just so heavy, and then these uprights, these legs, everything. It's so unmanageable. You know, but it's sort of definitely at my limitations of what I can move around. Hopefully once I get it set, I won't be touching it again. But everything's on, and then I got it assembled, which is a huge effort, putting this upper knife bar back in after there's the welding that was done in it, which for this way here with that slide. So I got it all in, and I started getting the springs ready in the back with the new threaded rod that I got. I haven't wound it all the way in yet. Like, I was thinking today I'd be able to try and cut some metal, which would be cool to see this thing in service for the first time in a long time. And then I was inside having dinner, and I just realized that I left these ways out, and these are back spacers inside the channel here. They drop, they sit down, basically they would sit inside here, and then the back of the knife bar runs on them, and there's 3 bolts that go in here that you can tune it to keep everything square. And of course I forgot to put them in, and there's absolutely no way to put those in with the bar in there. So I'm not going to even bother with it this weekend. I'll probably won't have a chance through the week, so next weekend I'll lift it up, pull that leg off, put one in, switch it back in. It's really a 3-person job just to have everything held. It's so damn heavy, but it's getting close. I'm super excited to try it out, and once it does get running, the goal is to chop some aluminum with it and make a fuel cell for that. Like I said, I'm not in a hurry to fire it up, so I'm just enjoying making stuff, you know. That's what it's about for me. I know Hanson, 265 Chevy over in Two Car Garage, he asked me measurements and stuff for the stand. I'll throw some up in the next video for sure. Back on it, I'll go over a couple of things that I wanted to do better or should have changed, and then maybe that'll help you out a little more. Cheers.